Hey everybody, it's been a while. Wanted to give you an update on things and hopefully get it kind of excited about the Omnipod 5. So if you're just joining, welcome. I was on a Medtronic pump for about 8 years. I started with the Omnipod. It was the second generation it used to be the blue PDM and the bigger pods, and then they came out with the third gen, which is the black PDM, and the slightly smaller pods. And now they're out with the Omnipod 5, which I have come back. So if you're curious why I went to the Omnipod 5, watch a previous video. If you're a current subscriber, thank you for subscribing. We hit 1,000 subscribers. That's a big milestone for me. Hopefully I've made a deal with myself to dedicate about an hour a week to throw out videos for you guys. So this video is going to come out for you guys on a typical Friday, and then tomorrow hopefully I'll make the video for the following week and then try to get ahead a little bit. Talking about not necessarily the Omnipod 5 every week. I don't think I could do that, but I want you guys, if you have questions, to ask, and then I will try to bring them up in the next week's video or the next video that I make if I get a little ahead. So how's the Omnipod 5 been going for me? I've been on the Omnipod 5 since, I want to say it's like mid to late summer of last year, so about 8 to 10 months, or 8 months-ish. Sorry, it's dark. I'm ready for bed. As you can tell, my hair's a little wet. But anyway, so about 8 months. I've been on the Dexcom for about a month and a half prior to the Omnipod 5. Compared to the Medtronic 770G, which I was on, and then the 670G before that, and then the 530G, the Dexcom, I cannot praise Dexcom enough. I am on the G6. The G7 was just approved and released by the FDA in the United States. It is not currently supported by t:slim and the Omnipod 5, but it will, I'm pretty sure, be not that far along once they figure out how to get an update to the pumps and fix that. Omnipod 5, how do I like it? I primarily wear my pod on my arm. It's clicking now, pumping. And then my Dexcom is on my arm. I just took off my pod. It was on the same arm. I started doing that every once in a while. I'll have the pod and the Dexcom on the same arm if I remember and get them both situated in their appropriate spots. No problems with it. Obviously communication is grade A if they're on the same arm, but I try to keep it relatively on the same side of my body, either Dexcom or the pod on my arm and the Dexcom on my leg, or sometimes I'll wear my pod on my lower back, but then I run into issues with some types of chairs, depending on, if you sit in a chair that has holes in the back, you don't want the pod to get caught in it and accidentally rip it off. So I typically frown away from the back. And then also if I'm going to take a long distance trip in my car. I had the pod on my back a few months ago and went on about a 12-hour drive, and the pod was eating into my back. The way it was positioned on my back and the way that my seat was in my car, it just kind of pushed against the pod, and after about 6 hours, it became uncomfortable. Luckily, I was able to get to a stopping point about 8 hours into my journey and then just stay out of the car for about 45 minutes, and that definitely made my back feel better. But anyway, I love the Omnipod 5. The PDM that comes with it is some sort of phone running Android. It is managed. It only runs the Omnipod app. It does have the AT&T service on it. It will use it if you don't have any Wi-Fi. It does throw a fit if you don't have Wi-Fi. I typically don't have any issues. It's connected to Wi-Fi at my home and in my office at work. So most of the time it's not too crazy, but then if you go out of town and it doesn't have Wi-Fi for a few days, it wants to throw a fit, which is not really that bad, just beeps and makes noises. You look at it, it just says no Wi-Fi connecting, which I think is a bit annoying. I wish we could just turn that off. But back to the phone, it's not perfect. I hope that in the next 6 months, the iOS app is released and I don't have to carry this thing around anymore. I'm definitely looking forward to that. I have forgotten this a few times and went to dinner. It's not the end of the world. Just try to quickly get home so that way you can bolus But I mean, if I just do it in an errand, a quick thing away from the house, I might not bring it. The pod communicates perfectly with the Dexcom without it, as far as, managing your everyday sugars. But when you do eat, you do want to bolus with the PDM. I have gotten a lot of issues, and ironically, eating out in town, I ran into two Omnipod users, and one of them had the 5 and one of them didn't, and they actually worked together, and the young lady said that her coworker with the 5 has a lot of communication issues with the PDM, and I've experienced that a few times. Just restart the device. So far for me, every time that I've had a communication issue with the PDM, I've just restarted the phone and it gave it a little bit and it connected. One of the frustrating tidbits that I've been having is sometimes when you start a new pod, for some reason it won't communicate your transmitter information to the pod, so acts like there's no blood sugar readings, which the Dexcom is working perfectly fine on my phone. It's just not communicating with the Omnipod. So to do that, you have to enter manual mode, and then once you enter manual mode, you can click the little menu and scroll down. I'm currently pumping, sorry, or I would show you. I believe you can scroll down and it's like transmitter settings. It's where you enter your transmitter number, and you can just click refresh, and I go back to automated mode, or whatever they call it, auto mode, automated, whatever. I go back to that immediately, and that typically resolves the issue. So that's the only thing I've had. The only thing that you have to remove the pod, obviously, is if the pod fails. And out of all the pods that I've used, which is about 15 a month, so if you did the quick math on there, it's over 120-ish, somewhere around there. So 100... So 15, 10, 8, 80, yeah, about 120. Then it's not really that bad. I think I've had like 3 fail. One of them, I accidentally didn't follow the directions on the PDM and went to insert the cannula, and it wasn't connected to my body, and didn't realize it till after I've done it. My bad. And then I think I've had about 3 fail. You can, and I do have a video, you can get the information from the pod, from the PDM, if you wanted to do a warranty claim on them and you called customer service. Customer service is really good early in the morning, 3 to 4 in the morning. There's typically not a wait. I have had to call in the afternoon, and the wait time, there wasn't one. I don't know if I got lucky or if maybe Omnipod's getting better with their customer service. So that's an update on the pod, and let's talk a little about me. As most of you know who've been around for a little while, April of last year, I quit my job, moved 550 miles away from where I was currently living to start a new job. That was an adjustment. It still is an adjustment. I am doing a lot of extra work that is outside of what my normal job description would be, and that's because I'm practically the subject matter expert in a lot of the stuff that we're doing. I don't mind it, but that does make for busy days. Last week, for example, I worked Monday through Saturday, Saturday because of a call-in, and then I had Sunday off. So I apologize that I haven't had time to make videos for you guys. I truly miss it, and I wish that I had been doing it, but I'm going to truly try to work really hard over the next few weeks to make videos and get content out and at least scheduled, so that way you guys can see it and you keep updated. It could be random diabetes things, it could be exercise, anything kind of that I've been doing. So bringing up exercise, I do have something that will be next week's video. I'm going to work on that tomorrow. Something that I've been doing to help kind of motivate me to do exercise. I will say that if I could see and tell my former self and what feels like an older life what I'm doing now, then I would probably be like, there's no way. I am getting up and going to the gym about 5 o'clock or I'm getting up before 5 to be at the gym at 5, and then going to the gym for at least an hour and a half, and coming home, getting ready for work, and then going to work. So that's something that a lot of people who know me are kind of surprised that I've been doing. So like I said, I'll dive into that a little bit more, and then try to bring you guys along on some of our outside activities, just to kind of give you little something interesting to watch. So anyway, that's that. Trying to keep this short little video for you guys. Like I said, I'm sorry I haven't been posted things. Drop a comment down below if you have any questions. Don't forget to hit the like video if you like the video, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys next week. Have a good weekend. Bye.